Hey there, baseball fans. Justin Allegri. The season is still young. Let's check out some of the results from yesterday.
Almost ready for game time at Rogers Center as the roof is shut to keep us nice and warm. Marcus Stroman gets the starting assignment in this one for the Jays. Dan, any thoughts?
Man, this guy was really rock solid in his last one. 8 solid innings in his last start to pick up the win. We'll see if he can keep it going and make it 2 really good starts in a row.
First pitch of the night here is taken for ball 1 as we are underway in Toronto. The 1-0. Popped up. Martin is there. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. Now a moment here to check out the White Sox starting lineup. Thoughts, Dan? Who stands out?
You know, I'm really impressed with Yoan Moncada. He's an imposing figure with a bat in his hands. Always seems to turn in a good at-bat, and he can do a lot of damage when he barrels up the ball.
Digging in the switch hitter, Yoan Moncada, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. High in the air out to center field. Pilar's there. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting third, first baseman, Jose Abreu.
So here's the slugging first baseman, Jose Abreu now. He drove in the other of their 2 runs last night. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This one's down to third. To his left, Ngope. Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. White Sox down on just 4 pitches. White Sox 0. Blue Jays coming to bat. It's Major League Baseball on the show. In now, Kevin Pillar. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading off for Toronto.
First pitch of the at-bat.
Kevin Pillar.
Hot shot down the line. But a foul ball here, 0-1. And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They come in just trying to get their feet wet here in this new campaign as they've split their first 4 ball games.
Yeah, guys, after the first 4 games on this road trip, they find themselves 2-2, kind of par for the course. But they got to find a way to play a little bit better today, kind of turn the tide and get it working in a positive direction.
Again, another foul ball. And this is taken in for out number 1. With that, let's take a look at the Blue Jays starting lineup. D-Row, tell us about this lineup as they try to force a rubber match in the series.
Well, Matty, you take a look at this lineup today going against a power arm on the other side. You could see a little bit of ambush tactics employed by this offense in this lineup. Swinging the bat early, not wanting to go too deep in the count where he can rack up a ton of strikeouts. Be on the lookout for some early swings out of this lineup.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
One thing I'm going to keep my eye on with this young starter on the mound is how he's able to stay ahead of hitters. It makes pitching at this level a lot easier. And when you're trying to establish yourself in the big leagues, you're going to have a much better time doing that if you attack hitters from the get-go.
Hit to first. Fielded by Abreu. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Batting third, first baseman, Justin.
Here's Justin Smoak now. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Outfield shaded toward right center. Here's the first pitch. A ball and no strikes.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
Fly ball to straightaway left. Garcia giving chase. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. And now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Matt Davidson. He'll get us started in the top of the second. First delivery to him on the way. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Swung on and missed, outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
If you're going to catch up to a high fastball like that, it's all about getting that front foot down in enough time to allow your hands to start moving forward. He was way too late there.
Hard ground ball to third. And a base hit, so early trouble to lead off the inning. Well, after being late on a fastball there, it looked like they did him a favor.
Yeah, Matt, that's surprising right there. I don't understand that pitch sequence. He blew the fastball right by him, sped up his bat with the off speed, and got hurt.
Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch. It's strike 1. Casilla, who cleverly gets the nickname Beef. He's a 9-year major league vet. Strike 2.
The guy on the mound must have a different scouting report than we have right here. This looks like a beautiful situation for a double play right here, but he continues to pound up in the zone.
1-2 to the White Sox catcher, Stroman, also known as Stro-Show at times. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Yeah, Matty, there's 3 dates. The time you get called up, and the time you get to arbitration, and one when you finally hit free agency, where you have a chance to truly enjoy this game and get paid for all the hard work. And this is the start of it. The arbitration process allows these guys to finally start making some real dollars in this game.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Into the second deck and gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. First home run of the campaign for him as the White Sox move in front 2-0.
Yeah, everyone in the stadium, including the guy in the mound, knew it was just a matter of time until this guy cranked one out of here. Well, that's the first one of the year, and many more are sure to follow.
Batting sixth.
Next up is the sneaky pop of Nicky Delmonico. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Now the 1-0. Fouled away. Bases are empty here, nobody out. Hit on the ground to short. Diaz brings it in. On to first, so a good bounce back pitch there as he gets the ground ball for the first out.
All right, guys, time for a look at how the Toronto Blue Jays set up on defense today. And let's focus on one of the most dynamic outfielders in our sport, Kevin Pillar. He's a highlight reel every time he takes the outfield, has made some of the most signature catches of the last 5 years.
First pitch of the at-bat. And that one just missed outside. Still only one out in the inning. Popped him up. Martin over to his right, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Batting eighth. Left fielder.
Stepping into the box, Leury Garcia. Head-to-head history with Marcus Stroman. He's just 1 for 6. Here comes the first pitch. Heading out towards shallow right. And that's in there, base hit.
Hey, that was a well-executed pitch down and away. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the offense. That's a nice piece of hit. Maybe not what he was looking for, but the result was there.
Stepping in now, Adam Engel. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Prior to the 0-1, here's a look to first. Runner back safely. And again a throw and a dive, but he's back in there. Line drive to left. Granderson is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. 2 in the inning for the Sox, however. They come on this 2-run home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's now 2-0 good guys. Leading off the inning, Kendrys Morales, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started. Jumped ahead with strike one there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. The 1-2. A bouncer to the left side. And the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Chicago White Sox. And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
And a curveball that started low and broke lower, ball 1. Giolito has become known as a starting pitcher that frequently works deep into games. The kind of guy you want on the staff when your team needs some rest, because he tends to eat up innings all by himself.
Pretty lucky to get away with that one. There's not a situation ever where you want to throw a high changeup, so I think he'll try to make an adjustment with the next one he throws.
Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. And he makes the throw to first. Solarte is retired, 2 down now.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
Here's Steve Pearce now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike.
Well, that's not where he wanted that curveball. It kind of backed up and stayed in. That can be effective sometimes, but it usually doesn't have the same hard bite.
The 1-2. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. But it bends just foul into the second deck.
Good chance he's not seeing that pitch again. If he does, it's got to be bounced. But I'll tell you, from a pitcher's perspective, that's nothing but a long strike.
Engel is in pursuit, and that ends the inning. Blue Jays go down in order. They trail it here 2-0. Digging in for his second at-bat, Avisail Garcia. He'll stand in to open things up here in the third.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And the pitch. And it's fouled away. Windup and the 0-2 pitch. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Granderson going back, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he will coast into second with a leadoff double.
Man, they already hit one home run, and I thought they had a second one right there. Not quite enough behind it, though, as it banged off the wall for a double. He's giving up a fair amount of solid contact right now.
Striding in once again, Yoan Moncada. From the stretch. Missed with a slider.
Right back into a good hitter's count now after what was a pretty dreadful second inning. He's got to start throwing a lot more strikes. Quality strikes would help too.
Garcia leads off second with nobody out. Two balls and no strikes, the count to Yoan Moncada. Moncada has what you'd call elite speed. His legs are a big part of his game on both sides of the scorecard.
This is one tool, Matty, I know nothing about. I used to get to first base, hand my batting gloves to the first base coach, give daps to the first baseman and be like, yo, what's up? This guy gets on first base and he's thinking about second and third.
The 2-1 on its way. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3. Jose Abreu waits on deck. The 3-1 waves and misses for strike number 2.
He was able to sneak that fastball by him on 3-1, so now we've got a battle on our hands.
Count still full, 3-2. Payoff pitch one more time. Popped him up. Ngope trying to get there. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out. Ready for another chance. Jose Abreu. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First delivery to him on the way. And this one's in the dirt. And a nice job keeping it close. It's ball one. Now Abreu connects deep to left. And foul, though it had the home run distance. The 1-1 home. It's a high drive to left, back toward the wall, but he's going to run out of room. It's gone! A two-run home run off the bat of Jose Abreu. Second home run early in the year as the White Sox have opened things up a little bit further. It's now 4-0.
Well, he hit a homer last night, too, so it's obvious that he's in a groove right now. My advice to this staff, don't give him anything he can extend his arms on. You do, and he's going to make you pay for it just like he did.
Third baseman number 24.
Into the box now, Matt Davidson. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. The windup and the 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
When he's pitching effectively, usually that two-seam fastball is moving quite a bit, but here it's just kind of flat and straight. Could be a big part of the reason why he's getting knocked around.
A ball and 2 strikes to Matt Davidson. The 1-2 is in off the plate.
Well, I kind of wonder if he's not being as aggressive as he was before that home run. Hey, this is a guy that can burn you again, so I don't really blame him.
Here now the 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
It's never easy to rebound after serving up a 2-run shot, but that at bat was a good indication to me that he isn't letting it get to him. He went right after him for the strikeout.
Trying to pick things up where we left off, Wellington Castillo. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Well, you don't see this very often, Matty V. A 2-strike straight changeup. But this guy changeup is one of the best in the league. We'll see if he tries that different approach this time, and maybe if he gets to 2 strikes.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. And that'll bring up Aledmys Diaz. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Hit in the air to center field. Moving under it, Engel. 1 out.
Batting 8, left fielder, Hernandez.
Stepping in for the Jays, Curtis Granderson, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A little bouncer, but it's foul, strike 1. 1 out, nobody on. Behind 0-2 now. Started to offer at it as an appeal goes down to Jerry Hillsdale at third, but Jerry says he held up. It's ball 1. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
Pitching 101 is changing location and upsetting the hitter's timing. You do that, and everything's going to be fine. In that strikeout, he never threw the same pitch twice in a row, and he won the battle because of it.
And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes. Now the 1-0. Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. And this pitch is taken by Martin as the count moves to 2-1 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Here now the 2-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. They trail here 4-0. Ready now for the White Sox, Nicky Delmonico.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to keep the gas pedal down because this team that they're playing can strike and score a lot of runs too.
And he fouls this one off.
Been a real big struggle for him so far on the mound. 4 runs and only 3 innings, so it'll be interesting to see if he can settle in at all and make some adjustments, or if this start will continue to run downhill.
Fouled off. Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. The next 1-2 pitch. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
That was aggressive pitching in that at bat, and I like seeing that. He showed all hard stuff until the 5th and final pitch for the strikeout. When you work off your hard stuff, it really opens up your secondary pitches to be more deceptive.
Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center, and he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, left fielder, Leori Garcia.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Leori Garcia. He reached on a single in his first try. The first pitch is hit pretty well out to right. Morales racing back. And he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. 1-2-3 go the White Sox, but they're in front 4-0. Into the box now, Kevin Pillar. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, man. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Here's a high pop-up. Abreu is there for it. 1 down.
Up next for the Blue Jays.
And that'll bring up Gifton Gope. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch of the at-bat. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Here it comes. Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Flares this one over toward first. And he is in there. And it looks like we're going to see time called here as he looked to come up a bit gingerly after he hit the first base bag. But from all indications, it looks like it won't be enough to take him out of the ballgame. Coming to the plate now, Justin Smoak. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. And that's in there for strike one. Ngope stands at first with one out. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. A 2-1 count to the Blue Jays first baseman. Two, here it is. Got him.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Here's the first pitch to him. A changeup that catches the corner for strike one.
We're moving along in this one, heading into the middle innings. This guy continuing to pitch well, and one of the reasons why, first pitch strike ratio over 70% up to this point in this game.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Well, that's a smart miss there. Sometimes guys will chase it down there, especially when they're in protect mode on an 0-2 count.
Fouled away.
That wasn't a terrible pitch right there, but if he's going to execute and get this swing and a miss, he's going to have to get that ball a little bit further down, maybe even potentially bounce the next one.
No runs, just one hit, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Full count now for Morales.
Well, this has been a good at-bat. He's now worked the count full to 3-2. It allows the runner on first to be on the move with two away.
Very weakly on the ground. Count remains full. Payoff pitch one more time. And that misses, ball four. So it's first and second now with two out.
Man, as a pitcher, I can tell you that is so frustrating. He's got two outs, and he wants to get that third out as quickly and painlessly as possible. But that hitter makes him work his tail off, and he still loses him.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
Popped him up. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Blue Jays leave a pair. They're on the short end of a 4-0 score. Digging in to try it again, Adam Engel. He'll start off the 5th in this one. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Hit the other way out toward right field. Pierce onto the grass makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Avisail Garcia.
Back to the top of the White Sox lineup now, and stepping in, Avisail Garcia. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Here comes the pitch for Garcia. And it's fouled away. 4 runs, 5 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball one. Line drive to left. And that'll get down in front of Granderson for a base hit.
The batter, number 10, second baseman.
Stepping in, Yoan Moncada. He flew out in his last at bat. First pitch on its way. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike.
This is a tough guy right here to hit into a double play. He's fast and he swings from the left side, so out of the box he's going to get a good.
And they got him.
Hey, a good right-handed pickoff move is really all about the footwork, and that was nice. He got his feet all the way around the first, which allowed his hips and everything else to clear for an accurate throw to the inside of the bag. That, and it was real quick, too.
I know there's 2 outs right here, but your job as the number 2 hole hitter, especially with the monsters hitting behind you, find a way to get on base. Maybe a little 2-out lightning on the horizon.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Morales sprinting after it, and that retires the side. Nothing doing here for the White Sox. They lead it 4-0. Here's Steve Pearce now. He'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well. The 0-1 on its way. Chopped foul at the plate here, and it's 0-2.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front.
A ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. A little bit over halfway home tonight, bottom of the 5th, as we get a look at our line score to this point. And boy, just 1 hit for these guys, and they have not swung the bats well. That's putting it mildly. In there for strike 1, 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Breaking ball stays high. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Count still at 1-2.
Man, he's going to be kicking himself when he goes and watches the video after this one. That's a changeup, 2 strikes in the wheelhouse. You cannot miss that pitch.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Down the third baseline. And that's through for a base hit. Make him 1 for 2 in this one.
It's the best competition in all of sport, the pitcher against the batter right there. He fouled off multiple pitches, refused to go down. Not only did he get a knock, but he ran some pitch total up too.
It is Curtis Granderson looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at bat. A changeup over the inside corner. Diaz, base runner at first with 1 out. And he fouls this one off.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch pulled toward right center field. Engel on the move. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Russell Martin now 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Russell Martin.
First delivery to him on the way. And that one stayed too low apparently. A runner on first with 2 away. In there, 1-1. Martin swings and throws from the right side and stands at 5'10". He was a 17th round pick during the 2002 draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he had.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Blue Jays held in check. They're down 4-0. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. They'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6.
We all know this guy's a real good fastball hitter. We saw how far he could hit one. He got a fastball that he liked, and he turned that thing around, and it got out of here in a hurry.
This is line to left. He dives. Did he catch that? He did. What a play there for the first out.
Great sliding catch right there, but that can be awful risky. If you flop that one and mess it up, that ball's going to the wall, and everybody's scoring. He secures the catch, and the runners have to stand pat.
Into the box, Matt Davidson. As he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Low and away as he misses again, 2-0.
Back-to-back pitches, they've gone away. Do you tell yourself as a hitter he wants to come in right here? I don't think so. I think he's trying to find that outside corner and adjust accordingly.
Slider taken for a called strike, 2-1. And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. Line toward the alley in left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those 2 at bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Wellington Castillo will dig in again, and as he does, we'll flash you back to inning number 2 as you get a look at his 2-run homer that was a big blow early on. Hit in the air to right field. Morales on the move. 2 down. Ready for another chance? Nicky Delmonico. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fouled off. Davidson is off at first with 2 away. Hit out towards second. Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. A man left for the White Sox, but they hold a 4-0 lead. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Kevin Pillar. And Dan, he and his fellow top of the order hitters haven't really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1, 2, 3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time for them to turn it around, though. We'll see if it happens.
Behind 0-2 now. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Anderson over to his left. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting, third baseman, Gifton Gope.
Digging in to try it again, Gifton Gope. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat. And the changeup is way low that time. Here it comes, 1-0. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Anderson scoops it up. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first.
The batter, third baseman, Justin.
Digging in once again, Justin Smoke. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And here's a fastball called for strike 1.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. The 1-1 home. Is a breaking ball in off the plate. 2 out, nobody on. Two and two.
2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try.
Looking at a fastball to end the inning. Blue Jays go down in order. They trail here 4-0. Back here at Rogers Center in Toronto. White Sox on top in this one, but before we get out to the 7th, let's take a look at our game summary through the first 6. Danny Barnes is out from the bullpen now as he'll be making his first appearance of this young season. Tyler Saladino is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. Saladino, a California-born ball player. He was selected in the 7th round back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Counts a ball and 2 strikes to the White Sox shortstop.
It's amazing. I tell so many fans, you get in a box one time, the one pitch you're going to swing at more than any other is that elevated fastball. Your eyes light up as an offensive player, and you just cannot get to it.
Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ready with the 2-2. Hit down the third baseline, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. Fouled away. Missed with a slider.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome, you go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's 1 away.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Pillar's there. And he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning.
Up next for the White Sox, center fielder, Adam.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Adam Engel. 0 for 2 for him to this point. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. And it's fouled away. Now here's the pitch. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Broke out the sweeping slider right there and just missed off the edge. If he would have caught the corner right there, I think he's got a backwards K.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. Down in order go the White Sox, but they're in front 4-0. Tyler Saladino will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop. Here's Kendrys Morales. It was a walk in his last trip.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one. Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. A bouncer to the left side. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now. With that, the Jays put their leadoff man on to start the inning. And he will pull into second with a leadoff double.
When you're struggling as a team to put the ball in play, every base hit is welcome, but a double will really help wake everyone up. That's just their 3rd hit of the game, but it's a good one.
Riding in once again, Yangervis Solarte, and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
A little bit low that time, maybe outside as well. The 1-1 is taken for strike 2.
I think he's pitched better than anyone really expected in this one. He's done a real nice job, but someone's going to make him pay if he puts too many more pitches in that location.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. The 2-2 pitch. Is hit very well to right. This one's hammered, and it's going to go. That one is gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Blue Jays have cut the deficit to 4-2 now.
Man, he's kicking himself after that pitch. As soon as it left his hand, he knew it was a mistake. The next thing he knew, it was screaming through the night sky and over the fence.
Now batting, second baseman, Steve Pearce.
Standing in now, Steve Pearce. As he takes a cold strike at the knees, it's 0-1. No hits to this point. Back up the middle. And there's his first base hit in this one.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting a seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
It is Curtis Granderson, and it seems like maybe they're starting to get to the guy on the mound a bit now.
Yeah, and that could be a sign that he's starting to wear down a little bit, Matt. The first thing to go when you're getting tired is usually your command. So even if you're throwing strikes, they might be a little bit more hittable than they were earlier in the game.
All right, something to keep an eye on if he remains in the game much longer. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
They haven't gotten much going against this guy so far in this one. He's been pitching well. And one of the key numbers to look at, first pitch strikes, over 70% so far in this outing.
Pierce, the runner at third. Diaz is at second with nobody out. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. Gone! A three-run homer here for Curtis Granderson. First home run of the campaign for him, as they will take the lead here. It's now a 5-4 ball game.
Well, unfortunately, I think we sort of saw this coming. We were just talking about how they were starting to get some good swings off of him. Got a couple of hits in a row, and then bang, a big home run here. I think that's got to be the end.
Here comes the White Sox skipper out toward the mound. And we're going to see a pitching change, as that's going to do it for his starter here tonight. Genmar Gomez comes on now, and he'll take over with nobody out in inning number 7. First pitch coming. Here it is. Popped him up. Abreu is under it. One down. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Kevin Pillar. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Engel giving chase into a slide as he makes a great basket catch.
Not an easy thing to do to stop one from going in the gap, but a nice sliding catch right there. He sure made that look easy.
And that'll bring up Gifton Gopay, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Dribbled up the line, but it gets fouled. 2 out, nobody on. And strike 3 there, as they'll finally work out of the inning as the side is retired. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate in scoring 5. 8th inning coming up. The Jays lead it 5-4. Sun Hwan Oh has been summoned from the bullpen, as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 76.
Digging in and looking for more, Avisail Garcia. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Needed to lay off that pitch upstairs, but it's 1-1. As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Diaz is calling for it. He's got it 1 away.
The batter, number 10.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yoan Moncada. And there's a swing and a miss at an off-speed pitch to start him out. 0-1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
One of the keys to good pitching is attacking early in the count. That's 2 pitches, 2 swings, and an 0-2 count. Let's see if he goes right after him and tries to bury him here on the 3rd pitch.
And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Moncada is retired, 2 down now. So here's the slugging first baseman Jose Abreu now. He was robbed of a hit in his last at-bat, so he'll try to change his fortunes here. And he lays off there, 1-0. Hits are even at 7 apiece. And he fouls this one off. Martin might try to make a play on it. Two and 1 the count to the White Sox first baseman.
The count is 2-1.
Now Abreu connects deep to left. And a big sigh of relief on the mound as that nearly tied it, but this ball is foul. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. Still down a run. It's 5-4. Ready once again, Justin Smoak. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Popped up. Saladino has a play. And that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, right fielder, Kendrys Morales.
Here's Kendrys Morales. Career numbers against Genmar Gomez. He's 1 for 4. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a slider on the inside for strike 1. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Popped him up. Abreu in foul ground. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, designated hitter.
Ready to take his hacks again, Yangervis Solarte, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
And going back to that previous at-bat when he hit the 2-strike breaking ball for a home run, something tells me that this guy, when he gets behind in the count, sits on second.
Now here's a ball hit high and deep to straightaway right field. And it's gone as they add still another. It's a solo home run for Yangervis Solarte. His second of the game, and it's now 6-4. How about the work the lineups have been doing so far, fellas?
Yeah, Matty, you don't see this very often, Devo, when it's cold and chilly like this. Wind blowing in a little bit, but we're still seeing a lot of home runs.
Yeah, Dan, I can't explain it. Let's just tip our hats to both offenses right now because they came to play. Moving traffic against this cold weather, not easy to do. Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for the White Sox, number 37, Juan Linares.
And that'll bring up Aledmys Diaz. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there. It's strike one. So far 2 for 3 in this one. Now a changeup in on the hands that evens it at 1-1.
Interesting sequence of pitches right there. A real ugly swing on a ball away, and it looks like the batter has a much better idea of what he's looking for.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. A run for the Jays on the solo homer. Last chance coming up here for the White Sox. It's a 2-run lead now. It's 6-4. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show. A shot there of the nighttime beauty of this terrific Canadian city. Roberto Osuna takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. Ready for another shot now, Matt Davidson. Last time through was a base hit.
Looking for base runners here as they're down 2 playing on the road. Not an easy thing to do, trying to score runs or bunch hits together off of a closer.
Pierce waits on it, makes the play, 1 away. Here's the catcher, Wellington Castillo. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. First pitch of the at-bat, fouled off. 1 out, nobody on. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Popped high in the air. Ngope is there for it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now. For the plate now is the designated hitter, Nicky Delmonico. He comes to the plate as the last chance for his side. 2 out here in the 9th. And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. Makes the catch, and the Blue Jays come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
Yeah, they showed a lot of grit to get the win here. They trailed by 4 runs, but never panicked. They just set about doing the little things that would get them back into it, and the next thing you know, they're celebrating a well-earned victory.
A 6-4 finish in tonight's affair. The Toronto Blue Jays capitalized on a huge 7th inning on the way to the win. Danny Barnes claims the win out of the pen, his first. Roberto Osuna closes the door for the save, his 3rd of the campaign. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com.
Time of the ball, 3 hours and 20 minutes. Tonight's paid attendance at the Rogers Center, 50,516. The Blue Jays thank you for your continued support and remind you to please drive home safely.